died, who have lost in the past and until this very moment. And in memory of all those who died from the COVID-19 virus. At the conclusion of the hour, the blessing for the holiday candles will be led by Rabbi Elise Wechterman, the Executive Director of the Reconstructionist Rabbinical Association, rounding out our minion of presenters. So Chag Sameach to you all. We welcome you to this spiritual home.
Jake Wilkenfeld Mangilo, performing an original song, Born of This Time, Normal Day.
Thank you, Rabbi. Chag Sameach. I'm glad to be spending the holiday with all of you. So this song is called Normal Day. I wrote it long before the pandemic, but it's been on my mind a lot lately. At Sinai, we received the law, some guidance on how to live our lives. We received some structure, and structure can be a good thing. Structure takes out the guesswork. So this song is more or less my appreciation for routine. Wake up in the morning, make coffee for me and my wife. You may call it a rut, but I call it a beautiful life. A day with no stress, a day with no complications. Maybe I can leave on time, get home with no agitations. What I wouldn't give for a normal day. What I wouldn't give for a normal day. I don't ask for a lot, I'm happy with what I got, but I'd give so much for a normal day. Relax before bed, read a book or watch TV instead. Tomorrow I'll do it once more. I'm grateful for a day to call a bore. A day with no stress, a day with no complications. Maybe I can leave on time, get home with no agitations. What I wouldn't give for a normal day. What I wouldn't give for a normal day. I don't ask for a lot, I'm happy with what I got, but I'd give so much for a normal day. I know I've changed my tune, I know it's a different song. I'm aging pretty well, I hope. Don't tell me my dreams are wrong. What I wouldn't give for a normal day. What I wouldn't give for a normal day. I don't ask for a lot, I'm happy with what I got, but I give so much for a normal day. A normal day. What I wouldn't give a normal day. What I wouldn't give a normal day. What I wouldn't give for a normal day. Thank you. Chag Sameach. It's my pleasure to introduce the next person. Judy Katz-Levine will be performing on flute.
Hi, everybody. I'll be performing 3 original nigunim. The nigun are wordless songs from God, and I thought that would be an appropriate offering for tonight. The names of the nigunim are nigun for Jan, nigun for early spring, and twilight nigun. And I'm delighted now to introduce Forbes Brand as our next musician.
Thank you very much, everybody.
And Forbes Graham is our next musician.
Thank you, everyone. It's nice to be here with y'all. I'm going to be doing 4 by Miles Davis. I have, I think, played this piece, different configurations and groupings ever since I was in high school. So it's really nice to be able to play it for you guys today. Steve Snitzer. He's going to play the piano and he's going to tell you about it.
We can't hear it. Rabbi, you have to unmute for the sound to come through.
Can't hear it.
My apologies. All right, we'll start over. Thank you all.
Bela Bartok wrote a set of improvisations on Hungarian peasant songs in 1920, 100 years ago. I'm playing the second piece of this set. Bartok traveled extensively through Eastern Europe, visiting small country villages and asking people to sing their folk songs, which he recorded on an early recording device. Bartok used these melodies in his compositions, often adding his own style and ideas into the mix. To me, this piece is about an elusive balance between control and chaos. Our next performers are Rob and Becky Kalish, playing the Eyeglasses Duo by Beethoven.
Thank you, Steve. So as Steve said, we're playing the duet with Two Eyeglasses Obbligato by Beethoven. I think you'll see it's a sort of springy piece. The rabbi mentioned gratitude, and I feel gratitude for being asked to participate in this wonderful musical event to celebrate Shavuot. Gratitude for the spring, gratitude for Beethoven for writing this piece for viola and cello. There's not much for that. And gratitude, big gratitude for being able to play with Becky. It's been a joy for us to work on this together.
Yeah, and I just wanted to say how great it is to be here with everybody and to be participating in this.
Bravo. Beautiful. Thank you. It's my pleasure to introduce Debbie Adams, who's going to play on the piano. Debbie's a wonderful, beautiful musician and chanter, and look forward to hearing her piece.
Thank you, Rob. Hi, everybody. So I'm not entirely sure why, but my dear friend Julie Thompson has been on my mind a lot during this pandemic. Julie was a modern dancer and an Alexander Technique teacher, and she's largely responsible for me teaching at the Boston Conservatory. Julie passed away, it's been 17 years already, but she pops up often when I'm feeling isolated or introspective, and maybe because I'm currently furloughed from the conservatory job, she's been on my mind a lot lately. The piece I'm playing for you is called Les Meubles by the 18th century composer Royer, and it's a piece that I once played for Julie as an accompaniment on a dance concert. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope the tech works right. Thank you. Now, thank you. I am truly honored to introduce Jeff Klepper, who will play for us next.
Thank you, Debbie, and Chag Sameach, everyone. It's great to be here this evening. The song that I will sing, and I'm going to share the words on the screen in just a moment, began as a midrash. Midrash is a story that teaches us something about Torah. It began as a midrash on creation, the very first words of the Torah. Now, creation is the first of three great themes of the Torah. Creation, number one. Number two is redemption, the salvation of the Jewish people, symbolized by slavery in Egypt, and then the redemption that we celebrate in Pesach. And the third great theme of the Torah is revelation, the giving of the Torah on Mount Sinai, which is what we celebrate this evening. So the song began, it's called Partners, and it began, as I said, as a midrash or meditation, if you will, on the creation based on a story by Rabbi Mark Gelman, in which God is having a discussion with the angels as God creates the universe. And the angels keep pestering God and saying, "Are you finished? Are you finished? Are you finished?" And God keeps saying, "No, no, 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 I'm not done yet," because, of course, the creation is not finished until God creates humanity. But even when God creates people, the world is not yet finished, because when the angels pester God at the very end, after humanity is created, and say to God, "Is creation finished now?" God says, "No, you're going to have to ask my partners." So that's the genesis of the song. Sorry for the pun. And the end of the song brings us right to where we are this evening, brings us to the foot of Mount Sinai and the receiving of God's law. Here are the words, and I invite you to read along and perhaps even sing along. We are partners in the work of creation. We are partners, and the work goes on. We are partners in a world filled with wonder. We are partners, and the world goes on. God was thinking of a new creation at the moment that the world began. Into the silence, a word was spoken. God needed partners to complete the plan. We are partners in the work of creation. We are partners, and the work goes on. We are partners in a world filled with wonder. We are partners, and the world goes on. There's a melody that's deep within us. There's a Torah written in our hearts. Every moment is a new creation. Every blessing is a holy spark. Oh, we are partners in the work of creation. We are partners. The work goes on. We are partners in a world filled with wonder. We are partners. The world goes on. Well, thank you. It is a pleasure to introduce our next performers, Sarah Bobb and Aaron Trant.
Hello. Hi, everybody. It's a real pleasure to be here. Sorry if there's a little feedback. I don't know, Bruce, can you mute the other screen?
See what happens.
Okay, hello, can you all hear me? Are you getting any thumbs up? Forbes? Oh yeah, thanks Forbes. Okay. I'm gonna start now. Here we go. Thank you so much for having us tonight and letting us share. It's been a hard time for musicians and artists in general. Sorry, we're gonna stop the feedback. Tonight, my husband Aaron and I are going to play a piece by Jonathan Bailey Holland, who's actually chair of composition theory and course studies at Boston Conservatory and Berklee School of Music. He wrote it for us to play on our wedding day. It's called For Two, and it's very sweet and intimate, and I feel like sweetness and intimacy are things we're craving right now. I also think for this holiday, I keep thinking about respect for law, harvest, spirituality, and how great it would be if that were all in place too. And if we can keep doing that as a community, maybe we can keep spreading that around and things might get a lot better. So, For Two by Jonathan Bailey Holland.
Oh, there's Brian.
I'm overwhelmed by the beauty of these offerings, the heart that comes with the exceptional musicianship we've heard. And many of you touched on gratitude, so I'm going to express gratitude in two ways. First, to name everyone once again and thank you for this collective effort. Jake Wilkenfeld-Mongilo, Judy Katz-Levine, Forbes Graham, Steve Snitzer, Rob and Becky Kalish, Debbie Adams, Cantor Jeff Klepper, and Sarah Bob and Aaron Trant, with a brief appearance by Ivy. And for the tech work, Bruce Mallory really made it go smoothly. This is a Shehechianu moment for us. Shehechianu is when we are grateful for all we have right now. So the second important thing for us to do, if you look, it's dark. Night has descended. We can now actually welcome the festival. And I want to point out that I'm going to lead us in Kiddush. The Kiddush is in itself a way of saying we are partners with God. That the holiday may arrive, but unless we connect to it, unless we embrace it, unless we welcome it into our homes and into our hearts, it doesn't mean anything. So there are so many ways that we are partners, and making the holiday is one of them. I also would love to point out to you, if you haven't had a chance to read the message I wrote in this week's Manish Tanin newsletter that came out this evening, there was another point about us being partners, and God really depends on us. That if this world is going to be everything God intended it to be, it is, as Jeff said, up to us as the partners. So for now, I'm going to lead us in Kiddush. Anyone would like to join in or simply listen, standing or sitting, and a special melody that basically the Kiddush says, thank you, God, for giving us times to be grateful and to rejoice, because God knows there are plenty of times we are not. So let's take advantage of this, and then we'll sing Shehechianu together, Shehechianu for the holiday, but also it's been a really long time since we at Hillel B'nai Torah have had musical concerts. Before my time, I believe, there were klezmer fests, and then in my first few years, there were cabarets, and this is such an amazing quality. We have had musicians throughout those years play at events, but to have one concert like this, it's been a while. So that's a Shehechianu moment. And finally, after Kiddush, we're going to bring Cantor Jeff Klepper back so that we can sing his song, We Are Partners. So the Kiddush for Shavuot, Zman Matan Toratenu, the time where we celebrate the giving of the Torah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu la'avodato, v'romamanu bilshono, v'kidshanu b'mitzvotav, v'titen lanu Adonai Eloheinu b'ahava. Mo'adim l'simcha, chagim uzmanim l'sason, et yom chag hashavuot hazeh, zman matan toratenu, mikra kodesh, zecher litziat mitzrayim, kivanu v'charta ve'otanu kidashta la'avodatecha, ומועדי קודשך בשמחה ובששון הנחלתנו, ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש ישראל והזמנים. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. And now we welcome back Cantor Jeff Klepper to close us out.
God was thinking of a new creation. At the moment that the world began, into the silence a word was spoken. God needed partners to complete the plan. We are partners in the work of creation. We are partners, and the work goes on. We are partners in a world filled with wonder. We are partners. The world goes on. There's a melody that's deep within us. There's a Torah written in our hearts. Every moment is a new creation. Every blessing is a holy spark. Everyone, partners in the work of creation. We are partners. The work goes on. We are partners in a world filled with wonder. We are partners. The world goes on.
Chag Sameach, everyone.
Chag Sameach.
Chag Sameach.
Sameach.
Chag Sameach.
Good Shabbos.
Wonderful offering. Thank you to all the musicians so much.
Thank you.
Chag Sameach. That's really lovely, everyone. Chag Sameach.
See if we can go in break rooms.
What?
I said, let's see if we go into break rooms.
Rabbi, you're muted.
Thank you. Thank you
Oh,
to
hit star 6.
Marcy, we're
Star
not
6.
in breakout groups, but come back tomorrow.
thank you to the Rabbi and to the
Hold on.
performers for sharing.
Always.
Great to have you, Susan.
What?
It's great to have you with us.
Thank you very much, and thank you for sharing all the fruits of your labor and work that you have. You work with your hands. You're Rabbi. When you want to emphasize a point, you use your hands, as you did tonight too. So you've given the beautiful grace of this holiday. A wonderful setting and wonderful produce that we have from your talents. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Susan.
And it's a beautiful photograph you two have up there.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I just want
It
to
was
say
great,
hello to
Rabbi.
Ivy. Oops, missed them.
Thank you, Rabbi. It was great.
You folks tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. and Shabbat morning, 10 a.m. Love to have everybody back.
See you then.
See you then, Marcy.
Bye-bye.
Good night. Chag Sameach, everybody.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Becky.
It was special to be part of it. Thank you.
I'll call you back, Steve.
All right.
Glad to be a part of it. Thank you, Rabbi.
Thank you. Thank you, Barbara and Brian. Thank you very much.
Well, Charlene, we're going to hang on so we can talk to you. So don't go away.
Don't go away. We're going to talk to you. Did you hear that?
Good night from Sameach.
How do I leave it then?
Chag Sameach, Ann. Bye, Leslie. It's wonderful to see you.
Oh, yeah, I'm getting wet.
All right. I'm going to
Oh, I gotta get up. Oh, Ace, gotta get me to a bathroom. Come on.
I can't get out.
We'll get out of this. You
I'll
can.
get as quick as I can.
Charlene, are you leaving? Ace, are you leaving?
We're here.
Yeah, Ace, I can't.
I can't help it, sir. I'm trying.
All right, we'll talk to you tomorrow then.
Good to see you.
Glad you could be with us.
How do you unlock it?
You push the button.